Hello guys and welcome to another Ron Gamer video, FIRE Relics. So here we have a temple event, an opportunity to pull 4-star guaranteed epic relics from the temple. Some of them include include the Doomfire relic. It's interesting that they've actually fixed the description because earlier it did say 3 meteor spells, but it is actually 2 meteor spells. So glad they've got that corrected in. And an orb of war and a flaming rune. What I've decided to do for this event, let's have a quickly look at the temple first. But what I've decided to do is do a fairly detailed review of what these different relics are. It took me a while to actually get all this compiled in, but hopefully it should be useful. So here you have an opportunity to pull these relics. I personally would not be pulling any of these because I think I have all of them, to be honest. Um, but hopefully you stick on for the rest of the video and I'll review each of these relics in detail. The first relic that I want to review is the Doomfire relic. This relic was actually released quite a long time back, and when it came out, it was all about that meteor spell, strike spell that it allowed you to get. Meteor spells are probably second best now to lightning storms for the area damage, but if placed correctly, you can do some pretty devastating damage. So it's a good relic to go for. Sardul, Solzar, Marmesh, Valkyrie, and Erdred, some of the new ones, they could also make use of this. Remember, Grenadier Critical is not very easy to come by. This relic, along with the Banner of the Flame, I believe, can give you critical along with the Flame Arc. So, pretty good relic and all around good one to go for. The next one I have got is Orb of War. I classify this as a universal relic because using this you can fill in the holes in your resistances. Yeah, it's quite a popular relic to also to use for your guardians, Metanos, but it can also be used on on titans such as Valkyrie, so which have grenadiers boosting on them. Remember, lightning is a resistance that's now quite useful to have because lightning storms, man, they really wreak havoc to your grenadiers. So to me, this is one of the best orbs out there. Lightning and poison, fantastic resistances to have. Flaming Rune, good relic for its fireball spell, but not a. I wouldn't classify this as a must-have relic. You can get the Titan critical from just using a Volcano Vein if you really wanted to boost up the critical for your attacking Titan. But those three fireball skills could be useful when you're doing ping pongs. For events, you can take out three grenadiers, maybe three imperials if they're fairly low level, archers, etc., etc. So yeah, and if you place your fireballs correctly and with a bit of kiting skills, that is, if you can assemble all the enemy troops into a nice little circle, and you can drop a couple of fireballs on them, man, that could probably kill them all or create a lot of damage. So good relic for that purpose, but I would not really rank it very high. The next one is the Fire Ruby. This is actually a fairly rare relic to come by, at least the 4-star version. So if you manage to get this one from the pool, it will be a nice one to have. It's a very good Titan, a very good relic for what I call melee Titans. So, well, these are all Titans that engage in one-to-one combat or one-to-many combat, such as your infiltrators, champions, paladins, of of those sorts. So because you get 50% resistance to fire, and fire is one of the biggest enemy for one-to-one combat. Because if you don't get to the grenadiers in time, you might get a lot of damage. That said, one exception to that will be the champion Joldorg, which if you can get this fire resistance on him, you can probably get 100% fire resist on your champion Joldorg, which could be pretty nice. But it can equally also be used on other ranger titans. The only negative side about this relic is the fact that the last slot is a grenadier buffing armor skill, which is not very useful. But the way you can then work with this relic is not actually max the relic out, because I think you go up to 7 or 8, that is level 7 or 8, and you probably have the first two slots already near max or maxed out. So yep, it's a pretty good relic to have, along with the Fire Cloak, which offers Grenadier's health instead of Grenadier's armor. So pretty good relic, both of these. Now you have two versions of this Volcano Vein. You get a Titan version and a Grenadier's version. The Grenadier version is fairly rare to get, but you may get lucky to get it from Battle Drop. So it's a good relic. So if you manage to pull the Grenadier version, it's pretty good. Both of these can be used for Rangers and Champions. And amongst the other ones, there are some miscellaneous ones out there. Not fairly, if, not often used on a lot, but if you have a Hades, Hades Chariot is a good one to go for because you pick up Grenadier's damage. 50% is a good one to go for. Victor's Drape, which is although classified as a Hades relic, I guess because it came out when Hades was out, can also be used on a Marmesh, but also equally on maybe on an Erdred as well because you're getting Grenadier's critical. It's a fairly good relic to go for. Tainted Heart was an Almirand relic, but can also be used on a Calvarax. So because you do get Grenadier's critical in there, and a Pantheon relic, which is a Fire Tome, and you pick up that fire resistance 20%, not a large number, but again you get a fireball spell. So this relic, along with the meteor, with the other one, the one that gives you 3 meteor doomfire, sorry, yeah, you can pick up fireball spells if you wanted to do to really want all that firepower. So not a bad one to go for, but it's a Pantheon relic, which means you'll have to collect a fair few Titans to unlock those. The other ones to mention are the Fire Rings. There are 3 different versions. If you're not aware, there's a Goliath Grand version, an Archer Militia version, and an Imperial Panther version. All of them offer 40% resistance across the board. And these are fairly rare to get. You can get them from Theaters of War when they drop by, and these relics are perfect for Guardian Titans such as Mitano, the old school Avalos, Valoran, which dominates the defense in these days, and Skolna. So very good ones to go for. You have the Drake skills, and again you have multiple versions of this to cover different resistances for Grenadiers. Getting the desired skills, in my opinion, would be the Poison, Fire, and Lightning. Physical could be good as well, but certainly not Ice and Earth. And these are also possible to obtain from battle drops, but if you manage to pull one with fire or ice, fire, poison, or lightning, that'll be a great one to go for. Do remember that lightning storms as well as fireballs really cause a lot of damage to Grenadiers, so having those resistances can be very useful, especially when you're attacking with Grenadiers. Some of the ones out there, we got the Banner of Flame. This is actually a very important relic, a must-have relic in my opinion, because you pick up Grenadier's Critical, and Grenadier's Critical is not a very common skill to obtain along with damage in a single relic. So I do really like Banner of Flame. Cloak of Hades, also good relic, because you pick up a lot of Grenadier's Armor Piercing, but it's an Hades specific relic, but that doesn't mean that it can only be used by Hades. But it's a good relic to go for as well. You got the Flame Volley, and this is a universal relic, a must-have one really, and you can get this from Theaters of War, and I think you may even get them from battle drops. Again, you pick up that all-important Grenadier's critical skill, and this is a relic probably everyone will want to have on their Unite Titan based any Unite Titan that you have. Another Titan specific one, Doom Pauldron. It's an Albaran specific relic, but it can also be used on a Calvarax. You get Grenadier's damage and a lot of skeleton health and damage. I personally like this relic, but unfortunately I didn't go for the Almirand event, but there you go, it's a good one to go for. So on the topic of important relics, you got the Flamberge and Flame Arc. There was someone who was mentioning that Flamberge actually is not being dropped from the altar at the moment, but that's surprising. But these two are must-have relics, and especially for trying to build Titans such as Sardu, Solzar, Marmage, Hades, Halzir, and Malkor. So together, these relics can give you a lot of AP and critical. So normally you'll find people putting on both of these to on their Titan. So yeah, good one to go for. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I think I've probably covered all the flame relics, the ones that boost grenadiers. If there's a relic that I've missed, do let me know in the comments below. If you do like this sort of content, then do let me know that as well, and drop a like and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch you all in another Wrong Gamer video.